The first kind of key idea here in going from kind of a value chain to strategy is the notion of operational effectiveness versus strategic positioning. This is an idea that I didn't have when I first published my first books in this field. I was thinking mostly about strategy, but I didn't really make the distinction that there's a lot that a company does that isn't strategy. There's a lot of best practice. If we're going to be in the auto industry, there's a lot of things we have to do just to be a good auto company. You know, we have to buy the right kind of machines for our factory. We have to have, you know, a decent dealer network. We have to, you know, learn how to execute good advertising. There's a lot of best practice in every industry. And what we've learned is if you're not using best practice, you're going to lose, no matter what your strategy is. If you're not buying the latest manufacturing equipment, your competitors are going to win. You're going to give up too much cost and quality through that. So what we have to understand is in any company we have two jobs. One is we got to implement all the best practices that we can find. That's operational effectiveness. But operational effectiveness is not strategy. Operational effectiveness is doing the same things as your competitor better and better and better. But that's not strategy. Strategy is on top of operational effectiveness. You've got to sort of operate the business well, but on top of that, you have to have a strategy. And that strategy is building on the best practices, but then including the choices that are going to define your uniqueness. Because all our competitors are going to be implementing the same best practices as we do. So if we really want to win, we got to do both. And we've got to make sure that we're clear about what we're doing. And this is a very important distinction. And that is that one of the things a great strategy does is it doesn't please every customer. If you're trying to please every customer, you don't have a strategy. A good strategy makes some customers unhappy. If every customer is happy, you're in trouble. If every possible customer in the industry likes what you're doing, then the odds are that you'll never really be successful. Strategy is fundamentally about choosing who exactly you are trying to please, and then engineering a value chain in order to deliver on that. Strategy is about choice, about choosing what you want to do. But one of the phrases that I said at some point, and I found has been very powerful, is the essence of strategy is what you choose not to do. It's the service you don't offer. It's the functions you don't provide. It's the benefit you don't offer. That's the essence of strategy. If you can be clear about that, that's a good sign that you can be clear about your overall strategy. You know, you got to make sure the right are involved in the strategy process. And what we know is strategy has to be done collectively by the multifunctional team. Strategy to each functional department. And let them do the production strategy and the marketing strategy and the service strategy. That never works. We got to get those people together doing the strategy together. Because all those pieces have to fit together. You know, there's no such good marketing. There's only good marketing for a particular strategy. So we can't let the marketing guys go running off and do good marketing. We've got to put their role in the context of the overall positioning we're trying to achieve in the market. That's what great strategy is all about. Okay, so time is very short. But in terms of a successful strategy, we've got to connect the dots across the value chain. We've got to make sure the service connects with the way we market, connects with our kind of product value proposition. The pieces fit together across the value chain, and there's continuity. You can't be changing strategy all the time. It takes like 2-3 years to implement a strategy, because you got to get all those pieces aligned around what your ultimate position is, and continuity becomes crucial. Okay,